Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Diane. Let's get to it. So today I'm gonna have a little bit of an experiment. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody using, these are like little polystyrene balls in resin, so I'm going to try them in some resin, and I'm going to try them as a border around this tray mould, and then I'm going to, once that's cured up, I'm going to fill the rest up with clear, and I'm going to test this Resin inlay that I bought from Moulds and Shapes. I'm not going to cut it down because it's just a square shape, a rectangle, so this will be just laid on the side, and see what we can get. So first things first, resin's mixing up. I'm using this decorative epoxy resin 1:1 ratio. It's a regular, just a regular old resin, just epoxy. I'm just gonna unbag this and I'll be right back. So what I like about this mould is that it came with these wooden a wooden frame to hold it together, so that you don't get any bowing once you put the resin in, because it's quite flimsy. So it's all wrapped up in cling film. So we'll take that out, pop that aside, move my resin out the way. I'm going to put my resin into debubble actually, because it's very bubbly, and I'll be right back. Wouldn't be the same without me putting glitter in it. So I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of this number 10 from the Into Resin non-sink glitters that I've got. Like I say, I only want a tiny little bit, don't need a lot. One little spoon. I'm going to mix it in now so that it can debubble and I don't add more bubbles, even though once I add that it's going to add loads more bubbles. So I'll be right back again. So as it turns out, as you can see, this is the wrong size. It's literally the same length as the mould. How ridiculous is that? I can't use this now because it's too small. I could try and make myself a new one with my own on my laser, but I'm not very good with it at the moment, so I'm just going to try and work out a way to join these together to make it work. But I'm absolutely gobsmacked at the ridiculousness of this, so bear with me and I'll be back soon. Okay, the only way I could make it fit was to actually snap off this end and tape these 3 corners and keep that corner as it is. Not sure how well it's going to work. Hopefully the resin will push these little bits back, but like I say, I'm absolutely gutted at that. I was quite happy that I got the mould to keep it safe, but this is what happens when you buy cheap moulds and you expect this kind of thing. But anyway, I'm gonna finish off the resin and I'll be back as soon as that's done. Okay, we are bubble free, very sparkly, but we need to mix some of these in now. And what I was thinking was to put them into another cup. Yeah, I'm going to put them into a cup, or put the resin into a cup. And because I don't know if I'm going to need all of this resin, because I want it quite thick with these, so that it's more what's the word, you know what I mean, it's not runny, it's more condensed kind of thing. So I'm just gonna, these are going to go everywhere when I put them in this cup, aren't they? I don't know what I'm doing. So let's just pour some of this in here first. If I pour half of that in for now, pop that aside, and then we'll stick there. Give the cup a bit of a squirt with isopropyl alcohol to see if it actually stops them being static, but it doesn't stop them being static on your fingers. So that's not good. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Right, screw. Oh no, that wasn't a good idea. Okay, let's try pouring these in here and see what we get besides a mess. Right. Oh, these are crazy things. Ah, there we go. They seem to mix in to resin quite nicely. There we go. They float a lot, which I had a feeling they would. So pour some more in. We don't like these things. Ugh. Stick everywhere. They've just jumped to everything that's got any kind of static to it. So all I'm doing is pushing them down into the bit of resin that's at the bottom still, because they're just trying to float back up and not mix. Ooh, that's rather gooey. Right, let's try. Oh, this is a weird texture. Right, so now what we need to try and do is get these out of the cup again into here and just drop them in and squish them in, see what they do. Well, that's weird. I just want them packed around the edge. Don't want them on the top, obviously. I just want to pack them all in around as best I can. Oops. Okay, I think you get the idea now. So all I've done is just basically gone around the edges, trying to get them up to the edge so that they'll sit. They're at a slight angle so that they run up to the edge, and then like I say, the whole base sides will be covered. Sorry. So I'm going to literally give this a clean up and just finish tidying up the edges, and I shall see you for stage 2. This has been queuing overnight, nice and firm now. So I've decided I'm going to take this frame off simply for the basis, as I'm going to be putting the crystal sheet inlay over the top. I don't want it sticking to this, the resin, if it gets pushed out. So I'm just going to try and remove this because it's kind of stuck to it a little bit. So I'm going to keep the pieces, obviously, because I can reuse them even like this. So just separate that piece and then just collect them all together, and I'll clean off any bits that have got stuck to the side later. So this is, like I say, all cured. I've mixed up some fast cure resin as I'm on a bit of a crunch because I'm running a bit late again. My son's been poorly and I've been having to take him backwards and forwards to the emergency room. So thankfully he's okay, but it's a little bit off colour. So I've obviously it's still chillier in the UK, still not quite warm enough to keep my studio warm, so the resin is a little bit thick, and as you know the fast cure is quite thick anyway, so it gets rather bubbly. So I'm just going to pour this in a thin layer, and then hopefully it will start degassing because it's quite thin, and then we'll work out the rest. At the moment I don't want this to actually fill the whole of the base, because I just want it to so I can still add a backing to the back once I've put this is cured and taken off the back. Not taken off the back, taken the crystal backing off, you know what I mean. Right, let's just spread this out a little bit. Right, so I'm quite happy with all of that. So I'm just going to let this sit for a few minutes just to try and get some of these bubbles out, because otherwise they'll be trapped. If I put the sheet over the top now, these bubbles will get trapped and there'll be nowhere for them to go. So I shall be back once I've hopefully got rid of most of these bubbles. So I've moved that out of the way a second while I've debubbled it mostly. Oh, my heat gun overheated, but now it's working again, thankfully. I was getting very upset because I love my heat gun. So I bought these a while ago. They're chrome nail powders. There's 4 colours. I do believe I got them from Amazon. I'll try and find a link and leave it in the description box below. So the colours we have are, there's a green, purple, pinky red, and this beautiful blue. So all I'm going to do, also it did come with some of the little applicator things, but I don't like them. So I'm just going to use a brush, and I thought I'd just put it all over this. I was going to put it on the back of the resin after it's set, but they don't always stick very well. So, and as these are a cheaper brand, I thought maybe the silicone would be a better option. So I'm going to get all of these out, open them all up, because as you can see I've not used them yet. So I'm going to open them all up and we're going to give this a random look, I think. So I'll be back in a minute. So I've opened them up. If you can see any on the top of these already, obviously these always get these on top. So all I've been doing is wiping the bits on the top, and I'm just going to smush them all. It's very pretty on gloves. So I'm just going to rub these in. Seems a shame to waste them. And then I'm just going to blob bits here, there and everywhere and see what kind of pattern we get once it's finished. I'm just going to get blobs of it. Might be a better way of doing it, I think. Maybe. Okay, so let's just start rubbing this in. I'm just going to move this tissue again because it's slipping all over the place, and I think the plastic will hold better. Oh, that's better, much better. Right, so we'll just add random bits as we're going, just to fill it up. And yes, I did cut the sheet down because it was just way too big and I couldn't get a grip with it. So I thought I'd just cut it down, and I cut it in half first and then the second half into two different halves again. And this piece should be big enough, perfect size for this tray, and a more easily to be manoeuvre piece for any other projects. Oops. Can't quite tell if I've got everything everything covered or not. Bubbles underneath me, underneath it. Very sticky, this silicone is. It's great, but not so great when you're trying to lay it flat. It's very static. Right, I think that'll do. So I'm just going to put these away and I'll be straight back. As I was putting them away, I remembered I got this random pack of cheap ones. I do believe I got from Temu. So this one's yellow, and I thought I'd give this a quick going over everything now with the yellow, just in case there are some pieces I missed. But I'm going to use a slightly bigger brush, and hopefully it will spread it out a bit better. Pushes bits coming off. If any of you can recommend some good brushes, makeup brushes, that aren't too expensive, that don't shed all the hairs, I would really appreciate if you could let me know in the description, because all the ones I've got, I don't use makeup, wear makeup at all. It doesn't agree with me. So I don't know which brands are good and which brands are not, and all that malarkey. So I would highly appreciate it if somebody could recommend some that aren't going to keep shedding the hairs every time I use them, which these cheap things do. Obviously it don't matter when it's on your face because it just wipes off maybe. But when you're using it with resin, you don't want hairs in your pieces, do you? Right, so that's that. Now I'm just going to manoeuvre things around again, and we'll get this put on top of hopefully on the back of the piece. So now the fun part. This seems to have pretty much debubbled okay. So I'm just going to very gently lay this over the top and hope for the best, that it doesn't trap too many bubbles. So I'll start. Oh, never mind bubbles, it's got a bloody bit dropped off my brush, you son of a gun. Right, let's try that again. So we'll start at one end, set it on the top. Oops. Gently, oh, get that bit of plastic out of the way. Gently pressing it down as I go, and hoping for the best. And now we just got to wait to see if any bubbles were trapped. I'm just pushing it in to the resin very carefully, not too much pressure, because I don't want it pushing all the way up the sides and spewing over the top. So, okay, right, I'll leave that now, pop back in a few hours and hopefully be able to take this off and put a backing on. I'm going to go for a white, simply on the basis because these polystyrene ball things are pastel colours, so we'll go with white and keep it nice and pretty. So I'll see you soon. Okay, it's not completely cured. It's over here at the minute. I haven't taken the thing off. It's still a little bit soft, but it should be fine to do this next layer. So I'm going to be doing this in white, and I decided to finish it off with this decorative epoxy resin. Only needed a little bit, so I filled up my jug to 50 and 50 on here, this millilitres I think it is, so 100 millilitres I think I mixed up or something like that. So but what I do want to do is, once this is finished mixing, I'm going to mix some of this white pigment in, put it in here, put a bit of this resin in to there and mix it together so that it makes this a little bit less what's the word, gloopy, so it mixes into that better. But I will be debubbling it, so I'm going to let that finish debubbling. I'm going to finish mixing it with the Estoya mixer, automatic mixer. Does it for 4 minutes backwards and forwards, and it's fantastic. I love it. But then I'm going to use my Resin's Debubbler Pro, I think it's called. Can't think of names at the moment. I do have a discount for Resin's on my in the links below, in my description box below. So yep, go check them out. So anyway, I'll be back as soon as this is finished mixing and debubbling. So I'm just going to show you exactly what I meant with this. So I'm just going to get a little mixer. It's just one of the little tool things. I'm going to put a small amount in here. I'm doing this before I put it into my debubbler because I don't see the point in debubbling it, then I potentially adding bubbles again by mixing it again. So I've put that in there, and I'm just going to add some of this to here. I've had it stored upside down, so it's just deciding to spew out. Oh dear. Oh, it does come out very quickly. That there a minute. Grab a tissue and wipe it quickly and pop the lid on. Right, so just going to mix that in just like this, squishing it and squashing it and just mixing it all in. So it just makes the resin more the pigment more runny, so you're less likely to get blobs that are unmixed and potentially could ruin your project, which we don't, none of us want, do we? So A little bit more in there. There we go, nice and fluid now, so that we shouldn't get any problems with unmixed pigment paste when we pour it into the moulds. But it will be just with the one mould, obviously. So let's pour that all in there. Oh, you dopey mare. Wasn't supposed to do that. Silly fingers not wanting to cooperate again. So, mix. Like I say, I'm not too bothered about bubbles now because I'll be putting it into my debubbler and mixing it, debubbling it before pouring. So I'm going to carry on doing this, and I'll be back once it's been debubbled. Nicely debubbled. It's quite funny because when it's debubbling, it's no bubbles left. Even when there's clear, I can see there's no bubbles left, but it still bubbles. It like produces really big bubbles. It's almost as if it's trying to boil it. It's quite bizarre. Maybe that's what it does. Anybody knows, let me know. So now it's time to demold this. Like I say, it is a little bit sticky still. I have peeled the corners back a tiny bit because I was a little bit worried and I wanted to check. For some reason this plastic seems to have got stuck to this and doesn't seem to like the resin, and it's melted a little bit, which is kind of weird. It doesn't seem that warm. Anyway, right. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love this. This is amazing. Wow. So I'm going to try and peel it off, still sticking to the mat. Oh, look at this. Look. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy with that. We've got a big bubble there, but I might just fill that up with a little bit of, I don't know, I'll have a think about that in a second, actually. So far, we've just got that one bubble. Let's see how many more we get or don't get, would be nice. Oh, I love this inlay, it's amazing. Oh, another bubble there. Had a feeling might get one there. It was a little bit stickier than the others. Oh, a little bit sticky over there as well. Right, I'm going to hold it like that. I'm going to have to pull it from this direction because for some reason it doesn't want to come off anymore. Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. Let's pop that over there to set up right. For some, that's a bit weird. It kind of formed a bit of a mess there. But thankfully that bit's under the underneath, so that's fine. With a bit of a dent there, not a dent, a ridge. It's been folded, but it looks like it's been folded and up. So we've got one hole there and one hole there. So I'm going to take a bit of a risk and get a little bit of, it's just Let's Resin clear hard type in my own squeezy silicone pot because I can't squeeze that other one. Not too bad in the summer, but it's a little bit harder to squeeze when it's colder. But I only need a little bit for now, so let's dribble some of this into the holes. Not sure how it's going to react, considering there's what do we call it? Oh, what do you call this thing? Uncured epoxy resin. Gosh, wouldn't it be nice if we had a brine, if I had a brine that worked properly? I sometimes wonder what I could have been. So not going mad with it, just enough so that it just fills it slightly. And then I'm going to try a very bizarre thing. Oh, because I want to try and stick this on top and try and cure it from underneath. It's going to be interesting if I can, but let's see if I've got some bits that, so I've got one there and one there that I can add some to that one and some to that one in a minute. So I'm just pushing that on there a second, and I'm going to grab my, and then I'm going to get my one that goes completely flat, this, which I was sent, and I'm going to just quickly pop it underneath and give it a quick cure. Obviously this isn't the best way to do, but thankfully because it's still soft it can manoeuvre a little bit and it's not going to pop out the thing. So I'm kind of hoping that's going to set with a pattern. So let's just, oh, not so far. Maybe if I shine this one over the top as well, through the, maybe that'll work. It's worth a try. Because as you can see, this is really quite thin, so it might get through. Let's have a look. Yes, it did. Look at that. That's cool. Okay, I'm going to sit that one on top of that a minute. I'm going to manoeuvre this one over to this side quickly and get this bit of colour that's still on this as well and stick it on top of that one. Hold it in place. Just turn it around a second. Oops. Turn that on a minute, press it down. Oops. Gosh, that really is a little bit soft. Oh dear, right. The things we have to do, eh? Never attempted this before, so I'm quite happy it's working. Take that one out. Hold it back up. Lift that up and just check. Excellent. And there we go. Apart from putting a blooming ring there, it's all fine. It's a little bit soft, but it's good. I'm happy. Right. Now I'm just going to pull this straight over the back. I am going to give it a bit of a extra squirt with the alcohol because there's a lot of tiny little gaps, little dips, and I'd rather them fill up if possible. So I'm just going to pour it gently along, going along slowly. Right, now all we need to do is try and see if this is actually going to be enough. I'm hoping it will be. Let's quickly pop in a few bubbles. Right, so there we have it. Obviously, it's not going up all the way because some of it, especially over this side here, has like gone slightly above the mould edge, so I can't get it completely level, and the same goes for here. It's literally as level as it gets, so it's kind of not covering, but it's fine because that's all underneath the bubble effect, and the bubble effect is non-see-through, so we don't have to worry about it. So now I'm going to leave this overnight and come back in the morning and demold and get this out to you. All done. Got a couple of little bubbles came to the top, but I'm happy that most of it's okay and it seems pretty level. So now's the time to demold and see what we got. Break it away from the edge. Got to go a little bit around the edge where it's gone over the top of the rim. A little bit of cleaning up. Just peel it down. Comes off nice and easy. Oops, sorry about going off camera then. Ooh. Mould back right way. Excellent. So are we ready? Oh no, let's get these bits off first, I think. Okay, so just going to go along the edge quickly. Just gentle passes. And the good thing is if it's hitting the ball bits, it's going to cut those quite easily anyway because they're soft. So slightly longer bits there then. Went over the edge a little bit more. I didn't get. Oops. I think the squirrels wait until I come out into the studio because they've been nowhere to be seen all day. I come outside and now they're on the roof running around. Cheeky little buggers. So cheeky. But I do love them. They're so cute. Okay, right. Just going to clean this up and I'll be right back. Right, all done. Oops, always miss a bit. So, are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's interesting. Can't see the colours very well. You can see where I put that light down on top, where it's left a little dent, but that's okay, I guess. And that didn't work quite as well as I thought it had, that one. The other one did, I can't find that now. Very strange. Anyway, yeah, it's very pretty. There are a few bubbles in the edge, which I did have a feeling it would happen, but they can be topped up. But I'm quite disappointed actually at how poor those are. They looked really nice on the mould, but so I'll be using those for just filling in. Oh, there's the other one. Can't find the other one. It's right in the middle of where you put the blooming light woman. Anyway, never mind that. So yes, those powders aren't great, so I wouldn't recommend them. So I won't leave the link for them. They're not any good for using with resin. I'll just dump them in some resin one time and just make it colour the resin a little bit. But besides that, I'm happy with how it came out. What I think I might do is, as I'm not completely happy with it, I might put some stickers on it. So I have some of these UV stickers, and I think I might go with some cats. Oh, I don't know which ones to go with though. Which cats? No. No. I think we'll go with the gingers, the crazy ginger cats. What do you reckon? Well, it is what it's going to be, the ginger cats. I've never used these before, so bear with me while I actually work out what it is we're supposed to do with them. I know we just pretty much peel the back off, stick them down and peel them back again, isn't it? But I need to make sure I get these cut down in size. So I'm going to mark this quickly. Oh, crap. The good thing is I can mark on the top of the thing and not worry about it, because if I curve that round like that, and that one like that, hopefully that'll be okay. So come round, cut around that like that, and then do the same on that one, so it's not just a straight edge, it's just cut around like so. Now that should fit in there okay, yeah? Righto, let's, oh, how do we do this now? What do we do? Do we get a pokey thing? And try and pokey it off, I guess. Right, okay. So bring it back here. Oh, come here, you bugger. Right, what I'm going to do is what I normally do with any kind of stickers, is fold that part of it back, work out exactly where I want it before sticking it down. Don't know if it's straight because I'm crap at straight, or in the middle. Then allow that one to stick, peel it up, and then just roll it across like so. And now I'll just give it a press. Did the stupid thing and let go of the whole thing, so now I can't get the, oh no, I didn't let it all go. So let me just, oh, come here, grab that bit. Stick that whisker down. Tweezers, no, I've got some forceps. There we go, that will whip on a minute while I peel this back. enough so I can grab it with my fingers. Right. Oh no, that one's not quite stuck. So you need to make sure that you give all of them a good press down to make sure that none of them are going to come back up again. Especially these little tiny bits that are spare, not spare, but not attached. We don't want them coming off. We want them coming off the main sticker, but not the base. Sorry, I'm just waffling again. And now I've gone and lost the thing again. Right. There we go. Oh, I did miss a couple there. Cat's tail, actually. There we go, I've got it. There we go, we're coming off a little bit easier now. Oh crap, sorry. Oh no. We've lost a bit of his tail again there. Give that a press down again. There we go. So go nice and gently, and if any of the sticker does remain on here, you can just rub it back down again and it will stick, and you can't even see that it was ripped. And there we go. Okay, that looks quite cute actually. I'm happy with that. So there we go. Like I say, not impressed with the powders I used, but besides that, I'm happy with that. I like the cats on there. I do like the pastel ball effect with the polystyrene balls. Like I say, there are a few holes around the edges where the resin didn't seep down, but I don't think it's going to affect its use. And yeah, there we go. So I will be adding some little feet onto the bottom, just some little like cork feet, just to get it off the floor, so it's not rubbing on anything when it's on the side. So I'm happy with that. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back again. So thank you to my subscribers, channel members, and any of the wonderful suppliers who are kind enough to send me products to test and demonstrate for you all. There are some links in my description box for various companies who I've worked with, and there's links, affiliate links, some so earn a few pennies for myself but don't cost you anything extra, and there's also discounts for you as well, so it's a win-win situation. So thank you for stopping by. I hope you'll come back again, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. So before I finish, although I do have a couple of what I used, a couple of extras, just demold just from the rest of the resin. So I added some blue glitter to this, some of the clear, and topped it with a bit of black on the back. It's just a little dish, little plate. Oh, that was really super cute actually. That's so sweet. This is from the mould set with the teacup, or the little coffee cup, whichever you want to call it, like the espresso cup. And that's the little plate, the saucer that comes with it, and I quite like that. It's cute. Makes a nice little trinket dish, ring dish maybe. And I've got 2 more cats. So I added some of these colorants, dripped them into the mould first, and then swirled them around afterwards. After I added the clear resin. So we'll do this one first. Oh, crumbs, I can't get them out. There we go. So I thought I'd add black to the back to see if the colours would shine through a bit more. Well, that's quite unusual. Oh, this one actually, I filled it up with random bits of leftover resin bits, that spillages and whatnots, because I'd run out of resin and I needed to fill it up. So that's just a random all over the place cat, but I do like the head and this purple bit, and it's kind of different. But I'm curious to see what this one's like, because I backed it with some blue chameleon powder from, who's it from? Oh, Nick Pro chameleon powders. I used one of them to back it and then coloured it with black. Oh, I do like that one. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, that's cool. I love that. It's my little space cat. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's all the extras. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.